Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of Javier in the Air. This is episode 45, season 2. So this is really exciting for me. I didn't think I would be able to do as many podcasts as I got done this year. And I have one more exciting one. I think it's going to be extra special, extra big. So stay tuned and hope you are going to enjoy it. So a lot of things happened this week, and I'm quite excited about that. So I have some highlights of things that were done. Also, I'll give an update on the garden. I'll give an update on where I see season 3 going for Javier in the Air. Also, what's going to be coming up in that season. Also, like to talk about a little bit about the holidays and what's left of this year. And then I have once again, I've been getting some great feedback on my Zen moment. So once again, I'll have a new and exciting Zen moment for us. I did not get, actually, I got a pretty cool Zen moment image, so I'll have that out there. And then we'll talk a little bit about what are some of the fantastic Christmas, Xmas holiday movies that people love to watch at this time of year. Some of my favorites, some of your favorites, some of the feedback that I've gotten from people that I've asked. And I know I'm going to get grief from my mother about my hair, specifically that side of my hair. So I apologize for that, but my hair grows like a chia pet, and I have something called cowlicks all over my head. So my hair grows in very weird whirls and circles and many different directions. So it's hard to keep it looking decent for more than a day at a time. So I didn't tighten it up today, so I apologize for that. So I hope you're enjoying the weather that's outside. We did have a cold snap for about 5 hours this morning, but that kind of cleared away, and it is currently, let me see what it is. Currently 48? That can't be right. Currently 61. So of course we went from 32 to 61, so already a 29-degree swing. So that's interesting. And it's going to be nothing but warmer and warmer and warmer this week. So let's get to some of the weekly highlights, and then I'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about the garden. So here we are at the Walgreens, and I got my COVID booster shot in to try to keep the Omicron at bay. I had to schedule it. So Walgreens and CVS are both asking that you schedule your booster appointments and not do walk-in. I talked to the young intern there, and he was saying how they're pretty busy and they try to prep the shots first thing in the morning for the people that have scheduled. So you may or may not. I mean, you can try to walk in, but you may not get it. So just be warned about doing that. So then this week when I was out walking with my workout partner, Julia Takashita, I needed to give a shot of the house with my lights because my father asked for it. And so here you go, Pop. Here's the lights. Now, of course, the lights are on for the houses to the right and left of me, but I was able to get in a good shot anyway and show off some of the lights. I'm thinking next year I might actually go for broke and actually put something on the upper floor. The thing is, it's just me and it's a pain, and getting up on the top floor and falling off when it's just me is never a good thing, so I haven't done it yet. And then while we're out walking, we saw this interesting thing. This is a backyard that backs to El Solito Parkway. And for whatever reason, the people that own the house, there's a platform for a tree house there. And for whatever reason, and I didn't, want to intrude and ask them what the heck they're doing, but these are bags of leaves, a lot of bags of leaves that are just hanging out up in the tree. I mean, if you got to hang out and you got nothing to do on a weekday, why not climb a tree and put a couple of bags of leaves on there? And this isn't just a couple, by the way. This is like 20 bags of leaves, and they're all leaves. So Not sure what they were doing and why they were keeping it off the ground, but there you have it. So you happen to go by El Salito Parkway, it might still be that way this week. So if you're in the area, go by and check it out. Very interesting. Okay, due to some audio difficulties, this is the second time around of me actually recording this. So maybe I might not have as many and ahs as has been pointed out when I do this. So let's see how we go. Okay, so you saw the walking that I did, and you saw the lights, and you saw the booster. And by the way, it's not just CVS and Walgreens. I think HEB also does it. So if you're interested in trying to get a booster done before the end of the year, then by all means reach out and see what you can schedule. Same thing goes if you haven't gotten the vaccine at all and you're interested in it now for yourself and for youngsters or your parents or anybody. Certainly go online and check it out. You can go to CVS.com, you can go to Walgreens.com, HEB.com, or you can just do a search for COVID vaccination scheduling or vaccination locations, and you either wind up hitting the CDC or you wind up hitting the Texas Department of Health, and they will give you locations that you can then go out and schedule. I believe there was some walk-ins this weekend at a couple of different locations. I didn't bother to check because they weren't that close to me. So, plus I had already gotten the booster anyway. So, what does it matter, right? Okay, so that is my health moment. Let's go into our poker. So last night for the Ayala Poker House, the APH, as we will now call it, I had my last Texas Hold'em tournament for the year. That we had 6 people, 6 members of APH come and were able to make it. We played low stakes buy-in, tournament style Texas Hold'em. I know a lot of you may have been watching the Texas Card House that has a live training streaming of the latest, I think it was 2-5 no limit hold'em that they had. So, someone I know was there playing, and so it was great to watch it streaming on Thursday night. So, for those of you who may not play a lot of poker, Texas Hold'em has really taken the world by storm for the last 15, 20 years, I want to say, and has become the game of choice for when you have a large number of people, and also for the casinos and the card houses. So it's a good game. I like it. It's not my favorite. I like to play dealer call because everyone gets to have their own little say in what's to play. But it's fun. So we had 6 people last night at the APH. And Maya, I won't use anybody's last names, but Maya took it all and did a great job. Congratulations to Maya out there. I myself placed second, and Chris placed third. Chris, who has been on the show before, so you would know who he is. And so one of the fantastic plays last night was got into a 3-handed finale, I guess you should say, for that round, for that hand of Hold'em. And 2 people were all in, so you had 2 people all in, and 1 person left, Maya, who called them, and so there was an opportunity. James of James that we know down the street, and another gentleman named Ron were all in, and Maya turned over quad 6s, which, if you don't know, is 4 6s, which is a very rare occurrence that you actually that card combination will come up. We weren't playing a huge number of hands, so the odds were probably even higher against that happening. But it happened. She took it all. She wound up winning for the night. Good job, Maya. So, for those of you who may be interested in the Austin Cedar Park area who like to play a very, very, very friendly game of poker, either Texas Hold'em or dealer call. And low stakes, we do maybe $20, and I don't think anybody really loses more than that on average. Usually we just all have a good time and then play for a couple hours and then we leave. So if you're interested in joining the APH, please let me know via here on comments on the Javier in the Air YouTube channel, or on Facebook if you have me on Facebook, or Instagram, or carrier pigeon, or even snail mail. However you want to do it, just let me know. So the more the merrier. Next year, I'd like to try to get at least, I don't know, maybe one night here at the APH, we get like 10 or 12 people going so that we have a huge tournament style. Those will probably last longer than a couple hours, but it'd be fun to do it anyway. So let's see what we can do in 2022. That's a good little saying. Let's see what we can do in 2022. So I think I'm going to start using that now. Okay, so that was the latest in the APH news. And now I think we're going to go ahead and go to... Oh, well, before I do that, I told people I would update on my garden. Because of the 4-hour cold snap that we had early this morning, late last night, depending on how you look at it, I went ahead and tried to finish the cage. It was ugly. It was not pretty. Doesn't look great, so I didn't do any video of it because it's just not good looking. I was able to get a drop cloth over it with the help of Julia Takashita to get the drop cloth over the garden, and we were able to cover it and keep it down, and I had a grow light going so that at least it stayed probably in the 50s. Maybe the 40s, probably the 50s, because it was so low. So now that it's 60s, I'm gonna have to go out here in a minute, turn off that light, remove the plastic, and go from there and see, make sure everything's all right. Many of you have asked, why do you continue to keep working on it when you haven't gotten any melons? And I just keep trying. I'm getting a lot of growth. I'm getting a lot of vines. I'm just not getting any blooms that will then turn into melons. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but I will continue to try to grow them into the next planting season. So if I get to the next planting season and I don't have any melons or the vines have died, I will pull them all out, make the garden nice and ready for the next season, and then I'll be having more planting talk and what I planted that season. Now for the loofah, it's growing well, so that's good. Loofah take anywhere from 118 to 136 days to go to maturation. So I'm not even worried about that right now, that there's nothing on there. I'm just happy that it seems to be growing, and it's happy that it's growing. So I'm good about that. As far as my grapevine goes, I need to trim it back. I'm going to look into it today to see what I need to do. My understanding is you really trim it the heck back to where it looks like it's just a dead stick, and go from there and see what happens. So that's what we'll do. And in the meantime, in 2022, I'm sure I will be bringing you the exciting growth and harvesting of neighbor farmers James and JITA, as they seem to have the green thumbs that are growing a lot of good stuff from there. So we'll see. I think he's even getting some more collard greens out today that may be ready for harvesting. So that's how good he's doing. So we'll check it with them throughout 2022 and see how things are going for them plant-wise. Well, I'm sure we'll be checking into them for a lot of other things in 2022 as well. Okay, so I'm bringing a Zen moment to us. Now it's time for that. So let's go ahead and get our Zen moment going, and we'll go from there. Check it out. Moon, both old and new, lighting up the sky on my street, your street, their street. It brings forth memories of this and that, creates new ones to look back upon, for us, for them, for me, for you. Moon brings thoughts and dreams to the world, and joy when added to words such as beams, and fall, and light, and walk, and sometimes tears of sadness, and sometimes tears of joy, and sometimes even tears that may hold no meaning, but there they are, for me and you and every boy and girl. Moon fills the sky with light for our first ancestors who looked up into that night sky to see what was there and beyond, and even what was not, and then filled our world with stories, legends, and myths that made us wonder and think, and hearts bright. Moon comes with us on this ride, judges not what we do here, but merely is the shiny friend who holds our hands, our hearts, saw us come here and will see us go, and always with hope and joy and pride. Okay, so there you have it. The Zen moment for this week, ending in 12/12/2021. Okay, so we're looking forward to a great 2022. I think it's going to be a good one. I think we're going to be coming hopefully a little bit out of the the COVID issue, and things can get back to more normal than they have been. I think you're going to see that maybe masking is going to become more prevalent from now on, regardless of whether COVID goes away or not. I think a lot of people, U.S. society in particular, made it seem like it was a bad thing to do. There's many countries around the world that they mask all the time because they're worried about, the different types of flus that they get and just getting other people sick. And they have a lot of older seniors that live with them or that they go and see, and so they are concerned about them as well. So I think you're going to see more of that. Okay, so we're going to switch gears from the soft and thoughts of Jay Anderson there in the Zen moment, and we're going to talk a little bit before I get to the final of the alcohol. I think we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about 2022 more. So you're going to see more games. You're going to see a better, more interactive opening. Hopefully I can get some more music. I'd love to get some musicians on here, so if you are a musician or anyone you know is a musician and wants to be interviewed by me and the folks here at Javier In The Air, which is just me for now, then be sure and reach out to me. Reach out to me through my YouTube channel, Javier In The Air. Go to Facebook and look for me. Go to anybody that you know how to get a hold of me, Instagram, Facebook, email, whatever you do, just let me know. I'd like to have some more on here. I also like to try to get out more, maybe get to some of the smaller festivals around the area. I'm sure there's going to be another craft fair that Crazy Stacy will put on, so I feel really bad. Both times I had horrible truck issues, but now my truck is running great thanks to James Takashita. So I think I'll be able to get out and about more this upcoming year. I'm definitely going to try different locations, not just the two couches that I go back and forth from on here. And so I think it's going to be a really good, exciting. I'd like to get more people, more followers. I'd like to try to maybe get a sponsor. And there's a lot of pipe dreams that I'd love to do here, so we'll see. I'm probably gonna do some crazy other things as well, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, so now the important part for the people that like to watch this and so have zoomed past the 20-minute show just to get to the alcohol. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, side tangent, it just popped into my head right now. The openings that I do for the Zen moment, I hope you like it. It's something new. I started out about 2 weeks ago, I believe. So I'm gonna be adding new intros and more interactive elements to this as I learn more and more about the editing software tool that I have. So there's that. There you go. Okay, so why don't I now try something that I'm not a real fan of, but a nice couple, actually the couple that gave me the grapevine, Memo and Vorga, uh, and I won't use their last name, Memo and Vorga. You know who you are. I'm sure they watch the show. Anyway, so a while back, when we were doing a lot of the tastings, we being myself and them and a lot of other people, prior to COVID, I was having a tasting every month. I think I've mentioned that before, and we would use a beer, a wine, or an alcohol. So it's been hit or miss the past 2 years. Actually, 2020, I don't think I hosted but one, and that was before the lockdown occurred. And so, but one of the things that we wanted to do was different types of alcohol, right? So one time we did a tequila tasting. And what came of that is that Memo and Vorga were nice enough to buy me a bottle of tequila liqueur. Now I've never heard of that before in my life, and it's different. It is 64 proof. It is called Agavero. It is El Original Licor de Tequila. So, and I apologize to my mother and all my friends who speak Spanish. My Spanish is absolutely deplorable, and I apologize in advance. So, this is made with 100% agave tequila reposado with natural Damiana, depending on how you say it, flowers. So that's interesting, and this is a producto del México, so de Mexico, and so it's a Mexican product. Wow, this is brought to us, imported by Proximo Spirits out of Jersey City, New Jersey, and it is a product of Mexico. So it also says it is. Actually, it's out of Jalisco, Mexico, so that's interesting. And then it's colored with caramel. Okay, so why did they add color to it? I don't know. But let me open this bad boy up. It may take some turning because it's been a while. Okay, and then thanks to an individual last night, I actually got a shot glass. So I know you're saying, what? You do all these things and you don't have a shot glass? So, to be fair, to be honest, I have a lot of shaker tins, and the cap comes off, and that holds approximately 1 ounce of alcohol. So when I need shots, I can do that. Otherwise, I use small glasses for when I pour a shot for myself and anybody else that comes to visit. But also, here at Ayala House of Alcohol, I don't use shots. So when I make cocktails, I just free pour it. You're going to get more than a shot. I'm not worried about that. So I'm not charging anybody anyway. So you get what I pour you. So if you want exacting measurements, eat something that I make or bake, and they will have exact measurements. But if you're looking for exact measurements for your alcohol, don't come to Ayala's House of Alcohol because you're not going to get it. You're just going to get how I free pour. And you can do it yourself, make your own cocktails while you're here, but there's little to no shot glasses, so you're going to have to free pour it anyway. So, all right, so now that I've put off as long as I could, I'm going to pour. Oh, and let me show you what it looks like. There. And I'm going to pour it. So because they added caramel to it, it is the look of, say, Jose Cuervo. And for those of you who were around in the 90s, specifically 91 on, when I was 21, Um, Jose Cuervo. It looks like Jose Cuervo. So let me hold it up for you. And you see it's got that golden color, and it's got the golden color because it added caramel. So now I'm curious whether Jose Cuervo adds caramel for coloring purposes. I know Jose Cuervo has white also, and all the top tequilas are the tequilas offer a white and a yellow or a gold. And I don't know. I'll have to start looking at the backs of bottles. So we'll see. Maybe I'll get a tequila tasting in 2022. I'd like to get the old gang back. I had a good core of 8 to 10 people that would come almost every tasting. So you got the Takashitas, you got the Pavlovskis. A lot of times Memo and Vodka would make it. Brother Rob was there. I was there. Let's see. We had Chad and Jenny would be here. We had Morgan coming, but she moved out of town, so we probably won't see her with Brandon, so we won't see them. But maybe we can get some more people. So if you're in the neighborhood or you're in the area and you like to go to tastings and you're vaccinated, that's going to be the key for 2022, and you're vaccinated and you'd like to come out to the party, just let me know. Shoot me a message. Comment on here on my YouTube channel, Javier In The Air, and we'll go from there. I will start trying to invite family members from San Antonio because they're a great bunch. See if they want to come up and hang out and do some drinking. Some of them have never been to my house, so it'd be nice to get them out here. So we'll see. What can you do in 2022? So let's see what we can do. All right. Once again, I went on a tangent because I'm afraid to drink this. But here it is. So, salud. Actually, it's not as bad as I remember. Honestly, it tastes like a shot of tequila. It doesn't taste like a liqueur, which for a liqueur you would imagine it to be slightly different and added in some different way for things. It tastes just like tequila. So I like tequila. So it tastes, and you can even kind of taste the caramel a little bit now that I know what is in there. So my taste buds are like, okay. So I'm not gonna have any more of it because it is a shot, and I think I'm good for the day. So that was Agavero. Brought to us by Proximo Spirits out of Jersey City, New Jersey. As far as liqueurs go, so I know I said alcohol, but it's a liqueur, so same thing. As far as alcohols go, I think I'm going to give this 6 thumbs up. So if you know of another tequila liqueur, be sure and shoot me that name in comments or in Facebook, and I'll see if I can get a hold of it, and I will review that. So good job. It's not bad. I hope everybody has enjoyed today's episode. This is, once again, episode 45. I'm really excited that I've been able to bring you this show. I hope that you have been enjoying it so far. I hope that it's brought a little bit of sunshine to your corner, my corner of the internet, and we will have to see what the next ones come up. So the next episode is going to be the last episode for the year. I'm going to make it an extra fun-packed one with maybe a little bit longer than it has been in the past couple of weeks. And we'll go from there. Maybe, who knows, maybe I'll even get some snow here in Texas. But if we do, I'll certainly show it. And as you saw in the beginning of this year, we had Snowmageddon, so that could sneak up on us too, and we'll see what happens. So I hope everybody has a good week. If you're already off for the rest of the year, have a good holidays. If you have to go into work like this guy does, then hopefully you'll enjoy the work that you have on the days that are left for this year. So I will see everybody again next time. Have a good one. Thanks a lot.